While necessity is the mother of invention, sometimes intervention is necessary for inventions, like copiers and printers. Such was the case at Southern Nazarene University. Often, technology just leaves people
Frustrated. Very frustrated. They're frustrated enough to take it back to a printer.
Chichi Freelander handles IT matters at Southern Nazarene University.
I call it the APE, which stands for Anarchistic Printing Environment. We had 333 printers across campus. No standard model, no standard purchasing, and no standard support. My network administrators and my network technicians were becoming very frustrated with IT printing support calls for like adding surprise printers to the network or finding drivers and software to install on each machine. So we wound up with this conglomeration of all kinds of printers.
Scott Strawn handles the university's financial affairs.
It was so completely out of control and so many different people purchasing things that it was very difficult to even get a hard figure on what we actually were spending. Printer cartridges became a currency. They would buy cartridges and they would store stacks and stacks of cartridges and cases of paper.
We had been talking with RK Black over the last few years. RK Black had a contract with us for some multifunction printers, and we'd been talking about standardizing all of the rest of the printers and outsourcing the support.
Gary Hackett is a district sales manager at RK Black, an office technology provider serving central Oklahoma.
I had a meeting with Scott and Chi-Chi about the campus at SNU, and while talking to them, we kind of really focused in on one specific area, which was Brazil Hall.
Well, in Brazil, we had 56 printers for 54 people, so it was quite a mess.
And what we found was they were done really one-to-one. They had pretty much one printer to one associate in every office. Once we got permission to move through, me and our analyst Chris Robertson walked through, touched every device. We also had software that we pulled information off of. We mapped the whole facility and came back with some recommendations. And with the recommendations, we did a managed print services solution, which allowed them to truly eliminate several units, standardize the technologies they invested in.
Well, Gary submitted a plan for us to reduce the number of the printers on campus from 333 down to 118. So that's a 2/3 cut. This was very appealing to us. This is what we wanted to do, and so we went with that.
Brazil Hall saw the most improvement, going from 56 printers to 18 strategically placed printers.
What do I say? I think it's great.
On the day of the plan's
And
implementation,
it was very chaotic. RK Black came and helped us, and some of our maintenance people helped us, and we got some carts and started trucking them all over to an empty building at this time, so they're all over there in storage right now.
but these were not the only changes.
Students can now print from their laptops anywhere and then go anywhere on campus to a printer that's available to them and badge in and release their print jobs there, either in the dorm or in the lab or even in some offices and in the library. Sometimes they choose not to release a print job because maybe they've had a thought and I don't really want to waste my account on that. So at one point, at one report that I had, for 1 month alone, there were 17 reams of print jobs that did not get released. So that was quite a savings. Otherwise, that paper would have wound up in the trash and in the recycle bin and would have been just a waste.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, I mean, already you can just tell that, first of all, we know where we're printing. We've already begun to track it. I know who's printing what. I know who my large print areas are. I know who the large print users are. We know when things ebb and flow, and so from a tracking perspective, even 5-6 months in, I feel like we can project and think about and plan for when expenses are going to happen. I know that we've got a good deal in terms of the toner and the support and the devices. I don't have people buying devices all over the, from whatever quality, and kind of throwaway printers, because it's cheaper to buy a printer than it is to buy a replacement cartridge sometimes. And so we have things are significantly better.
If your print environment is leaving you feeling like this,
That felt pretty good.
then it may be time to consider a managed print services solution.